guys, I am here with another deck review today. Today I'm reviewing the Bees 1902 Smith number 2s. They are really great, really cool, and they are produced by the Conjuring Arts Research Institute, or Research Center. Yeah, excuse me, Research Center. They were designed by Guy Hollingworth with additional facework by Dan White. And they are called specifically the M.D. Smith back number 2. And the M.D. Smith is actually named after Marshall D. Smith, who illustrated the Expert at the Card Table, which is a great, if you have not, it's like the Bible on card manipulation. You must read it. That's homework. And so if you haven't. So yes, he illustrated that. And actually to even further kind of do his commemoration, the back of the deck, excuse me, has, and I'll show this very specific, up close later, but each one of these is illustrations from the Expert of the Card Table book. So each one of these, and so yes, it kind of looks like it's lines, but when you get up close, it's actually hands doing illustrations. So yes, let's go ahead and get, well, I guess I'll show the back. So yes, you have the blue, the red Club Special 1902 playing cards, Erdnase, made in the USA. Down here you have some information, has the Conjuring Arts Institute, the illustrator, and then the name of the deck and Club Special. And yes, these are printed on B Casino paper. B Casino stock, I believe, is correct. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, yes, okay. So B Casino stock. Let me put those over here. And so yes, let me go ahead and show you real quick what I'm talking about. So yes, each deck obviously has kind of a white performance border, so that it allows for specific tricks that will require a border. But each one, it's going to be very hard for me to show you, but if you can tell right here, each one of those little lines going up at an angle or going down at an angle is a hand illustration, which is, to me, very cool. If you can, I may see if I can get a little bit closer. This is really out of the light. Yeah, that's in a completely different light. Obviously, you can tell that's more of a daylight light up there. So yeah, what do you get? Oh, come on, focus, focus. There we go. So what do you get with this? First off, you get two kind of, one advertisement card for another deck by the Conjuring Arts Research Center, the Ask Alexander deck. I will be getting one of those soon and reviewing it. But yeah, so you get that. And you also get some information about the Expert at the Card Table. It has just kind of explaining what it is, and yeah, so there you go. Yes, so you get that one as well. But yes, let's get into the rest of this deck. Okay, and if you are familiar with the B Acorn Back deck review that I did, 1902. So since it's 1902, it does have a particular kind of pip and old kind of commemorative kind of design about the cards. So they do look a little bit different. So it's not very standard. And I'll show you that with the court cards for sure. You'll see that. So yeah, other than that, the aces, the actual kind of pips themselves do look completely standard. But I will show you this on the court cards just so you can see what I'm talking about. That king is obviously not a kind of standard, what we would think of today, modern king. It kind of almost looks handwritten pips, almost. Very large pips in the actual design on the card, but here in the corner, very small pips, including letters, but very bright yellows, very bright blues, very bright reds. So you can't say you didn't see these cards. And then for the queen, same thing, kind of, oh, let me move my finger, did not realize that was in the way. Same thing kind of going on here. the smaller corner pips, the bigger middle pips, kind of, and the very bright colors. Jack, same things going on. So yeah, very, very cool. The aces, again, standard, even though there's different kind of pips going, you know, kind of pip sizing and stuff like that. The actual ace itself stays the same for a traditional B. But yeah, so the jokers, and what I like about this, and it's going to be a little hard to show this just because it's so small. You have another illustration from the expert at the card table. And then actually on the card table itself, I'm going to see if I can somehow show this. That will be a miracle. The hand that's on the table has changed. It has gone from 2 aces, so it's an ace of spades and the ace of clubs, and it has changed from, I would assume, the 4 of something, and then the, what looks like the, oh wait, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of something. So it's the 4 and a 10, and it changes to 2 aces. So there you go. But, you know, that's such a small detail that you can go ahead and say for the big stuff, it's identical. Be very interesting for, you know, kind of planting a card and knowing what they've changed, got the card changed to. But yes, generally speaking, here's to show you what the pips look like on other cards. Here's the 6 and here's the 7. So very large pips, center pips, but very small corner pips. Oh, there we go. So that's just kind of an example. Now, I like these cards. I think they look very cool, and I'm not just saying that because my favorite color is blue. I think it's very cool. Do they, I mean, they feel very good in the hands. You know, I don't have any problems with, you know, dealing or doing certain kind of manipulations. They look very nifty. I like the fact that the back design, you know, far away, you know, kind of looks like it's one thing, but up close you see it's something else. So kind of going off of, you know, it's kind of a, you know, things aren't always as they appear to be, kind of with, you know, with magic. But yes, I like it. I like that it has that kind of performance border that can allow you to do certain kind of manipulations without being easily detected. I also like that they, you know, they look older, you know, and not like the Illusionist deck that's like the Wild West deck that has the discoloration on it. But these generally look like they, you know, not quite as maybe as the Acorn back decks, just because of this going on. But I think, you know, they're since it's the larger pips in the center and the smaller corner pips, you know, that kind of looks more traditional of what you might find back, you know, back when. And so I do like these cards. They do look very cool. There's no apparent handling problems as far as I can tell. I do not use these again for extended use. So in other words, I'm not going out and doing street magic with these. I'm not going out and playing poker with these. You know, these are basically, I got these for aesthetics. And so consequently, I cannot say anything about handling over time. But from what I have used them for, they're fine. They've held their smoothness pretty well. They're not as smooth. They did not come out of the box as smooth as, say, the Bee Stingers, the Aristocrats, or you know, the Artifice or the Infinities, to list off a few others. But I do still enjoy these for, you know, doing some pretty work on the you know, for cameras and things like that, because these just look cool. They look different. But for general magic tricks, if you're not really into flourishes, I'm not really into flourishes either. So that's great. We should get together, hang out. But if you're not really doing big flourish work, I don't think the fact that they aren't as smooth as other cards is going to really bother you. I think that if you wanted to get these for general magic, I think that's not a problem. Now, here is the thing. Even though they are produced by the Conjuring Arts Research Center, You can't buy them from them anymore. They have sold out on their website. Now, they do have some at dananddave.com. Now, they may have a few other copies on decks on eBay or Amazon, but I do know that I got mine on dananddave.com. And so, as of now, I just checked, today, they do have more in stock. So if you wanted to get some, you can get them still. I don't know how long they're going to have them in stock since the actual producers are sold out. I don't know how long they're going to have them. But if you want to get some, I would jump on that bandwagon very quickly and get some right away. That being said, do I recommend these for general magic use? Yeah, I think they're fine. For flourishes, I may not. They do not. They're not the best in the world. They do. Again, mine is kind of holding a bit of an, still pretty smooth, and I'm not even the greatest at doing fans. Honestly, I'm not. Probably as evidenced by what I just did. But yes, I think they're great. The only downside is that they are out of stock with the actual producers, the actual suppliers, so to speak. And because the supply is now limited, it may not be the best as a go-to deck. But for aesthetics and for collecting, absolutely no problems. So yes, I do recommend this deck. I probably give it about a 7, so maybe 7.5. For handling, maybe about the same on the handling. So 7, but yes, I do like these, and so if you do, please do reply down below. Let me know what you think of this deck. And until next time, you will see me on the next deck review.